We got Rem, we got Beatrice, and we have Ram. What's good, everybody? Or expert, we back. We're back doing tier list videos. It's been a little minute because I ran out of, the tier list I was using wasn't updated enough, and I had to go find a new one. It took a while, but I finally found a new tier list. I wouldn't make one myself, but that's just a whole lot of fucking work that I don't feel like doing personally. So I'm gonna just go with the flow. But yeah, we're good. We have a tier list going. We can now start going back up. And today is gonna be a two-part video. Part one's gonna be, of course, Ram, and Beatrice. We're gonna go ahead and put them on a tier list in this video. And the video that's gonna be uploaded the day after this one will be Amelia, Reinhardt, and Echidna. And it's been a little minute, so we can refresh the pot a little bit if y'all don't remember how the ranking works. So it goes like this. There's 7 categories. Everyone has the same point system, except for in deathmatches there is a difference between damage types and support types for deathmatch. But with that, there we going through PvP, deathmatch, Knighthood Boss, the bird, the wolf, the deer, and those 3 demonic beast battles, and then the miscellaneous category, which consists of either being good at farming, Tower of Trials, final boss, or what's its face, like a very specific lane that they excel in. That's going to be the ranking, and then we'll try to cut down as we go. But this one's not going to have as much gameplay as my other tier list, since we're doing 3 characters. And I know the last time I did more than 2 characters, it was a very long video. But we'll probably do like a few gameplays here and there for ones that you might need, or the ones that you probably wouldn't know this character can perform type thing. But other than that though, that's pretty much, yeah, that's the tier list. That's how the ranking works. We'll put them on the list. Hopefully they score high. I'm gonna start giving my my expectations, right? So let's say like Ram, for example. I think she's gonna end up in like the A tier, B tier category when you think of her as an overall unit in the content that's available. And then that's not you. Then when it comes to Beatrice, she might also be in the A or B tier category, even though she's my favorite character in the game. S+, 7 listens rank if I had the biased option to do that. And then Rem might be an S tier character, maybe. We'll get to all of that stuff when we get there. But for now, hello, it's me. Well, let's go. Okay, so now we're going to do we're probably going to do 1 match of PvP. Maybe 2, depending on how fast it is. But before we even get into it, let's just run down the characters and what they do, right? Rem, she is pretty much a DPS character. Amplified buffs. She has a amplified single target and a damage decrease AoE. Gets stronger as she goes in, and she can block ultimate effects at rank 2, which is neat. Her passive is basically every time she gets an orb, she gets a buff of her attack related stats by 5%. And when her ult is when her ult gauge is full, she heals 30% of max HP, which is pretty good. And now with her Holy Relic, like beforehand, she was a little bit of a glass cannon type of character, but now with her Holy Relic being a thing, she's a lot more tankier in terms of survivability. So keep that in mind. Meanwhile, we got Rem. She's gonna probably be doing the same thing. She's a support character at heart. She's gonna be in a sub. She buffs your allies' base stats by 20%, on top of having a stun card and a AoE rupture. Not the craziest thing ever, but yeah, it's cool. The ultimate is just attack related down. Probably will never pull it off unless you get really weird RNG. But her Holy Relic is trying to make her a DPS character for some reason. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Increases the hero's attack related stats by 30% when the hero uses her rupture skill. And it always will increase the attack by 30%. It's not just if she uses the skill on a buffed enemy. I know I've been hearing that around, but no, the 30% is period, as long as she's using the rupture card. It's not if the rupture procs. But it's not the worst thing ever, honestly. this is gonna be those videos where it's gonna be very situational, right? Because the thing about Rem and her Holy Relic, it's not good in ungeared, but it's good. It's very good in geared, low key. And that's the same thing with Beatrice. Beatrice is a very support heavy, low damage number life healing type of character, like a very lifesteal character, if you would say. She has a lifesteal single target, and then a despair AoE. When she crits, she heals, and then her ult or passive gives her HP related stats for every unknown ally, and then all unknown allies recover HP based on the 60% of the HP that Beatrice recovers. So that's crazy. Her ultimate life steals again, and her new Holy Relic gives her 80% crit chance and crit damage. But again, she's one of those characters that her Holy Relic isn't good in ungeared, but it's really fucking good in geared, and it's like borderline crazy how good it actually is. But since I'm low level in geared, me playing geared wouldn't really help the solve, like, you know, the case, because all of my characters are going to look crazy. I'm only in gold 5 in geared, so it's not going to really help me. So we're just going to play ungeared and just play a match or two and see how they perform in ungeared. And yeah, that's about that. Alright, let's get some PvP in. A bond team. Okay. Low CC. So hopefully this goes well. A bond team, huh? Didn't get the good start, but this is fine. Let's do the AoE into the... Let's go into the Terry, actually. I'm assuming Terry is going to proc his passive on my Rem, since he's 6'6". And I guess Max Cosmetics did not crit. That's crazy. That's what I'm gonna assume. Okay, yeah, it was Rem. So luckily I used their cards early. I'm fine with this. What you about to do, Chief? Probably, he's no stands. That's interesting. Okay, he's taunting with Terry. Okay, he's doing both. Alright. He's going for an ult rush. Can I even get anyone's ult here? Not without killing myself. Let's just get... Yeah, let's do this. This is fine with me. Give everyone a little bit of ult. Because now he's trying to get some ult rush bond stuff going down. And I don't like it. Is he taunting again? Okay. That's a lot of damage. He's taunting again. Can I do anything about this ultimate? Not really. Because bond teams are just so fun. Okay. Let's go for the life seal, the level 2, and then we AoE with Beatrice. Let's just see what damage we're looking at. Yeah, that hurt. 102. Didn't kill though, that's unfortunate. Alright, how much are you healing for, Beatrice? She didn't crit anyone but Arthur. The heal was okay. Like, Echidna didn't heal a crazy amount, but like, Beautiful merges for Beatrice, Jesus Christ. But I don't think that's gonna last, because 2-6 power strike ult hurts. And probably gonna get hit with another bond card too. So Echidna might be dead, Rem might be okay. Okay. But I still think she's gonna end up dead because bond, yeah. That's fair. Drain ult, I'm fine with this. That hurt. Okay. Lot of health down, so let's get this level 3 Beatrice. I can't do anything about bond. Okay, the ult's killing Terry 1000%. Her ult's life stealing too, so I'm gonna heal up my Rem. This is gonna be a lot of Beatrice moves going on. I'm gonna just target the bond and see what happens. I'm definitely not killing bond with Beatrice. I didn't even kill Terry. Oh, okay. That's just tragic. Level 3 hit for 61. I healed for 108. 33, I heal for 40. My team's full heal. Probably a 6-6 bond though, so Rem's still probably gonna die. Which is kind of unfortunate. Like, the heal on Beatrice was really good, but I don't think it's gonna stop this from happening. Unless he's not 6'6". If he, like, you have to assume he is, but if he's not 6'6", I might be fine. Wow, Rem just died. Okay. Rem just literally imploded. I don't know how I feel about that. The fact that I really didn't kill him, though, is kind of unfortunate. Let's do this. What happened? Bro, okay, yeah, I'm not killing here. Love that. 19k. Okay, good joke. Okay, let's move. Let's go. Not go against a bond team because they literally out heal me, which is kind of sad. All right, let's go find another match. We'll do two. All right, who we got this time? A goddess team. All right, let's go for the Sario while we can. We are going to do the same start, really. Debuff him first into the Echidna cards. Beautiful damage. See, this is what damage is supposed to look like when you don't go against a goddamn human team with like 500,000 HP apiece. Now this is fine. He's gonna pop his Margaret buff, which is perfectly fine. But I'm pretty sure I can kill his Sario in one card from Rem. And I'm gonna try to kill his Margaret with Beatrice. Rem in the back is definitely doing her work though, because she's not going to be graded on the PvP list as a DPS unit. Obviously, she's a support character, same as Beatrice really, but she can DPS, so she's going to be graded equally as Rem technically. Good cards. Let's do the. Let's seal this heal again. Pop this, and then that'll just target whoever, because I honestly don't know if Sario's going to die from Rem. Oh, okay, that was actually good damage, Echidna. Good job. Okay, Rem kills. Target Margaret. You have type advantage. Good job. 14k. I mean, yeah. I healed for 13. Good job. Zelda's in the back. This man didn't proc a single debuff. Well, this is an easy one. Let's try to get some more. I don't have any cards, really. Let's kill the goddesses then. That hurt. Do you have another AoE? Okay, you don't. You ult rushed. Okay, I can kill her, but let's just look at the stats while we're chilling. Like, 11k, pretty bad. 17k, really good. 18k, really good. Yeah, that's the problem with Beatrice. She doesn't have a high attack stat, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's do this. This is AoE 3 times. Rem's killing, or at least like making her ult do nothing. So, okay, beautiful. And he forfeit. Fair. Full re-zero team, baby. There's gonna be a nice little time, but we got the gist of the characters. Let's go ahead and get back to the drawing board. Like, we know what they do. I just wanted to play a little bit, you know. Let's just go ahead and talk about it. Alright, so we're gonna talk about Rem first out of the three. Gonna try to keep this simple and quick, but at the same time, she's a little bit more complex than the other two. So she's probably gonna take the longest, maybe. But, okay. As a PvP unit, she's not meta because Assault Esterosa exists. Removes buffs. Or not even removes buffs, just completely cucks him, really. Or her, my bad. And Rimuru exists. Removes buffs. Those two characters are very high in the PvP. You will see them way more often than you would probably see the teams I just went against, which is the Goddess team. Might not see her as much as the Bond team, but because like Reinhardt is a thing. But even with Reinhardt existence, Reinhardt slaps Rem in those scenarios. I just, like, as you can see, I didn't have enough DPS to actually do more DPS than his healing from Bond. So I can only imagine how bad it would have got if there was a Reinhardt on the other team. Not to mention Terry was cucking her, but that's besides the point. The point is, she's not a meta character, but she is good. I will give her good for PvP. because like she's usable on, like, if I actually made an actual team for all these characters, and I would have had a better, more synergized team for her amplifies to go through, then yeah, I would have a way more better chance than actually killing like bond teams and shit like that. But since I'm going to use all the characters, since I used all the characters on the same team, I'm gonna just settle for it. But it's still like, yeah, she's good. She's not meta, but she's good. So that basically gives her the 2 points for PvP. And now we move on to Rem. Okay, now when we talk about Rem in PvP, she's meta, okay? She is literally the best support character to use for unknown teams. And guess what? Unknown team is in the meta with Echidna, Summer Merlin, Festival Gother, Rem in the back. That's like probably top 3, top 4 teams in PvP right now, if I had to make an assumption. Because that team is disgustingly broken. But yeah, that team is good. Not only because Echidna's buffing the hell out of every unknown, and then Gother's buffing, and then Summer Merlin's cucking. Rem is in the back buffing your base stats, which makes you do crazy damage, tank a good amount of damage, and have a good amount of health. She's actually part of a meta team that's in a meta format. So for Rem, she can be given 3 points for being in the meta as a character in general. Even though she's a subunit, she's still a meta unit. That's pretty much it. Now let's move on to Beatrice. Now, moving on to Beatrice. The most conflicted unit of the ReZero collab. Period. There's a lot of people that say she's really bad. There's a few people that think she's okay. And there's a minute amount of people that think she's a very good unit. And I am one of those minute individuals. Not only because I am a Beatrice stan low-key, because she's like the best character of ReZero. That's besides the whole thing I'm talking about. The reason I'm saying is because, yes, there's content creators out there that did Beatrice videos, and they used her in ungeared, right? And she did literally nothing in ungeared. She was just sitting there looking like a fucking twig. Because she has, as we saw, with all those stats going for her, Echidna's buff, Rem's buff, she had 11k attack. Of course she's not gonna do shit in ungeared. So, like, I don't know why people were expecting to get good things out of her in geared. But in geared is where she shines. She can have a very high attack. She'll probably have like 17, 18,000 attack in ungeared. And if she's critting with, I mean, like my Beatrice is attack crit, right? Like I can look at her real quick. I have 14,000 attack on her, 14,700, 15% rolls. Like I still have to upgrade her last weapon, so she'll probably have around like 15,000 attack once I upgrade her weapon, like give or take. And then that's just her with herself. Now give her a 6/6 link, give her Echidna's passive, give her Rem's passive. She's gonna have around like 20k attack in gear, and she's going to be hitting stupid hard because now she's getting crit chance. It's 160% crit chance, and then whatever the hell that is plus 80%, so 220% crit damage. She's gonna be hitting hard as fuck. So for people to say that she's a bad character is just absurd to me. It's because y'all be listening to these damn content creators and y'all don't fucking try these units for yourselves. It's insane. Like, bro, my Beatrice is welled out. I have 60k attack with her. Like, I have a welled out Beatrice. I know what she can do. She is good. She is not meta. Like, she is like one step from meta. If she was just a little better with less dupes, I would give her meta. But she's only able to one-shot a team with a 6/6 ult, and I don't even have her 6/6, unfortunately. I didn't get lucky enough. And I'm not going back in on that ReZero banner. It's slow. But like 4/6 is a good amount. You can probably kill if they're like a little bit damaged, but 6/6 ult will wipe a team. It's just that simple, bro. She's good, but though I'm not gonna give her meta. Like, I won't, even after I just hyped her up all this talk and shit like that. I'm not gonna give her meta because she's just not yet. No one's found a right route they want to take with Beatrice yet, and I haven't actually used her in PvP with the relic yet, outside of that video, or outside of this video. So there's still some room in there for someone to find a sneaky little Beatrice play, but it's not found yet. So we're just gonna slide with, she's good. She's not meta, she's not mid, she's not ass, she's just good. So she's getting 2 points for PvP. So now let's talk about death matches. Now, all of these units in deathmatch are pretty okay, but let's just skim over that. Cool. Rem specifically, she can clear original demon like pretty decently. I wouldn't say it's as effortless as using a Freyr though, because Freyr is just a built different kind of guy when it comes to that second phase. For you to get through the 10% ranged attack only little meter bar that he got going on, whatever the fuck that number is. But Rem can do the job Freyr does, but just not as good as Freyr. But that's not the point. The point is, can she clear it? And the answer is yes. She can clear original demon on hell difficulty. If you don't have a Freyr, you can use Rem. And like this is the team I used to clear it basically. So yeah, just use Rem instead of Freyr and you'll probably be okay. It's a little iffy sometimes, but she can clear it more than fail it from what I've done with her. So I'm gonna just give her the 4 points for deathmatch because that's what that is gonna lead up to. So yeah, she can clear it. Go runner, go runner. Or not, you just use Freyr. Just use Freyr. Now when we talk about Ram, she can't compete in Belmoth. She has 2 ranged cards, so that's off the table, off ribs. And now when we talk about Grey Demon, she's actually pretty, like she's a lot better than I thought she would do. She's not hitting Lolly Merlin numbers. She's not one-shotting the fucking Grey Demon. She's not that crazy. I'm not trying to say she's insane, but when I used this team and used her on the front line, she wasn't bad. Because her Rupture card in, you know, phase 2 of Grey Demon, he buffs himself. That Rupture card hits pretty fucking hard, and sometimes she does crit, and it hits pretty hard sometimes. So I'm like, I'll give her this. She can clear the Hell Demon of, or the Hell difficulty, Jesus Christ. She can clear the Hell difficulty of Grey Demon. But when I say this, right, that's me ranking her in Deathmatch as a damage type, and in the retrospective of things, you're not going to be using Rem in the front line, right? You're going to be using her in the back. Not with Daria, but just, you're going to be using Rem in the sub. So you have to really rank her in Deathmatch as a support type. So, in actuality, she gets 4 points. Because the way my support type leaderboard works is your buff is enough to allow your DPS to one-shot the phase. And I get it. Rem, like, is more in line with this team when you're using Rem. Like, Rem is just a small part of the buff that's giving Merlin the one-shot turn and shit. Because, you know, you want to have another team using Green Liz, Hellbrum, Gil Thunder, and then you're using Green Liz, Merlin, literally, I don't even know who you would use. Gother. Yeah, Gother. You would use Gother and then have Ram in the back. So, like, she is a good buffer, but it's a team thing. But regardless, though, I'll still give it to her. I'll give her the 4 points for Deathmatch, even though it's a team-built thing. Like, she deserves it. It's fine. Because even as a DPS, like, if I ring her out as a DPS, she'll get the 3 points for being able to clear it as a DPS character. And then as a support character, she gets the 4. So, it just makes sense to me. I'll give her the 4. Now, with Beatrice, you know, it's Red Demon. So, unironically, she gets a free pass. It's fucking Red Demon. It's not hard. You can literally clear with a level 1 unit if you really wanted to. But, I guess, since she's getting the 3 points, period, that's just how it's going to work. But, to give it more detail as to, like, how she performs in Red Demon, she is really good. She can literally do, like, almost minimum levels of damage. Almost. And that's, like, counting, you know, passives and shit like that. But, like, Millam's obviously going to out DP her, but Beatrice isn't that far behind. On top of her being able to heal, even though it's just Red Demon, like, the easiest fucking demon in the game. So, there's nothing really to say about this. 3 points. It's Red Demon. Have fun. But now with the death matches explained, we can now move on over to Knighthood Boss. Yes. So now, when we talk about Knighthood Boss, we're going to go through the same characters, same function, Rem, Beatrice. So, with Rem, they're all basically good for this boss Belgius, because unknowns are just really good for this boss specifically. But I guess you can use him in the current Knighthood boss, like for DPS purposes, I guess. I'm not really sure though. I haven't tried it, and I don't think I want to. But the Knighthood scoring is very simple. It's either you're a meta character that can score high scores and be put on the leaderboard, or you're a good enough character to clear it, or you just can't clear it. And for Rem, she can clear it. It's pretty easy, but she's not meta, so she gets 1 point. And Rem, she can also clear it, but she's not meta, so she gets 1 point. And Beatrice, she can also clear it, but she's not meta, so she gets 1 point. yeah, it's pretty simple actually. Like, there's nothing else to complain about. They can compete in all the Knighthood bosses if you just need to beat it, I guess. But as a high scoring unit, no, not really. Rem, maybe, if you find, you might be able to get a high score with Rem, but I haven't seen any high scores with Rem yet. So like, even on this boss, it's just not Rem. Rem's not going to be seen anywhere. So we'll let that one slide. Let's just give her the one, and the one. So now we move on to Demonic Beast battles. So now we're going to get through Demonic Beast battles. It's not going to be that long, but I'll try to go into little details about each character as we progress. So again, starting off with Rem. For Bird, she's a god. She's god tier. Rem can actually A, do damage cap on floor 4 or phase 4. B, she can replace Meliodas. And C, she can also be ran without a Magelda. You can just use a full unknown team without a Magelda, and you can clear, what's the face called? Bird. You can clear Rosvalger. Rem's actually really good, and she's also, in her team comes the major carry, because literally she replaces Trader Meliodas, and he's also the major carry. So yeah, if you don't have Trader Meliodas, yo, just pull out Rem. She's free to play now. Forehead, the fuck you doing? So yeah, that's an easy 5 points for Rem. Now when it comes to Rem in PV, or fucking Christ, when it comes to Rem in Bird, she's not good at all. She can get carried through floor 1 and floor 2 and floor 3, yeah, but she's not doing anything insane. The rupture card is okay if you get that buff that gives him like the damage reductions or whatever the hell he gives himself. I don't remember, whatever the buffs are when you attack him. I think it's damage reduction or defense up. But when those buffs are glowing, her rupture does crazy work. The stuns don't do anything, but she does decent damage, I guess. It's not the worst thing ever. I've seen worse. I've seen worse. But she's not actually contributing to the team as much as you would think she would, unless you're running a full unknown team. Then sure, you might be able to give her or get her a little bit of a more chance to shine due to her passive. But overall, she can be floor 3. Yes, I'm pretty sure everyone can. But she's doing it being a decent support, so that gives her 3 points for Bird. That's like how that's gonna work. Just to remind people again, 5 points means you're doing floor 3 and you're the hard carry. 4 points meaning you got carried, which I feel like I should change that out between the two, because 4 points is you got carried and 3 points is being a decent support. So I mean, I might have to change that out eventually, but I'm gonna just leave it alone for now. It's definitely wrong, but I'm gonna leave it alone for now. Just give her the 3 points, because I've been rating everyone the same way with the same scoring, so it's kind of unfortunate, but I'm gonna just leave it as it is. So technically everyone is like a point off, I guess. But yeah, she's getting the 4-3, but she's being a support character. She's not doing any crazy damage like the main DPSs are, and that's about it. Now with Beatrice, she's a little different, right? She's a support character at heart, but she can actually hit damage cap with her cards. And on top of that, she can also hit phase 4 due to her just being able to crit. And if you didn't know, if you were able to crit the Bird on phase 4, it bypasses some of like the little defenses that he got. And she's able to actually damage him even just a little bit, so you don't get proc for corrosion. Which is kind of funny. Like, I didn't expect that actually, but it's okay. She gets a little better once you get through the floors. But overall, I would give her the decent support tier, just like Beatrice. or fucking Rem, because she's not doing major DPS. She's not the DPS character of the team, but she's also a unit that keeps your team alive, if that makes any sense. Like, you can run a full unknown team, same as Rem. You could put Rem and Beatrice on the same team, and because Beatrice is going to be hitting so hard due to Magelda, you literally have infinite heals. You won't die. Like, Beatrice makes Bird easy mode the game. So actually, I'm gonna give her a 5. I'm giving her a 5. She literally makes Bird easy. You won't die. You literally can't, because she's going to be healing more damage than the Bird deals. Do you have Magelda buffing your stats, so then Beatrice is healing more? Yeah, I'm giving her 5 points. What the fuck am I talking about? Even though she's not technically a DPS character, I think she can classify as that, because her support is so good, right? Ram's support is decent. That's why there's 3 points. But even though Beatrice is a support character, her support is top tier. So yeah, I'm giving her 5 points. Duh. And now we're done. We're gonna talk about Deer now. Now, when we talk about Deer, going through Rem, Beatrice again. Rem can clear a Deer quite easily as the main DPS, so that's a no-brainer. She's getting 5 points. Like, she's actually really good for Deer, which is weird. But it makes sense, obviously. She has to attack cards, so yeah. But her being better than Freyr is kind of iffy, because they're both red characters, so you're gonna have to replace Freyr for Rem. You can do it. It's not gonna be the worst thing ever. Like she actually out DPs Freyr on his normal cards. But if you have a 6/6 Freyr, obviously the death ult is gonna hit 10 times harder than Rem could ever dream, unless you get really weird numbers. I don't know, but yeah, 5 points. So when it comes to Rem and Deer, she can do floor 2. Okay, cool. Anyways, yes, Rem, Deer, she can be floor 2. She can't really do floor 3 without getting carried through it. So, I lied. She can't be floor 3. Her damage isn't enough to get, and if you get cucked by phase 4, floor 3, you're kind of just actually on a restart situation. So yeah, she can be floor 2. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I'll give her 2 points for floor 2, and that's that. Yeah. Thanks, game, for restoring my game, by the way. Just wanted to point that out. Floor 2, she can beat it. Floor 3, a little rough, but I don't think she can do it by herself, so yeah. And so when it comes to Beatrice, so the thing about her is that Beatrice is blue, right? So you're replacing your blue DPS, which is most likely Millum or Escanor if you don't have Millum, I guess. But replacing Millum for Beatrice is just like absurd, bro. Because Millum hits, and it's so hard in Deer, and it's rough doing it with Beatrice. But that's besides the point. The point is, can she do it? And yes, she can clear floor 3 as like a good DPS, but not like the craziest. So she gets 4 points for this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna end up doing there. I'll make it the 4 points category being she's a good DPS, but she didn't actually get, or they're good characters. They didn't get carried to floor 3, but they weren't a bad damage dealer either. But they weren't the best. That's what I'll do. I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully that made sense. But yeah, I'll give her 4 points for Deer. It's pretty self-explanatory, really. Beatrice is just built different. But now we move to Skull and Hottie. Alright, so with Wolves, we're just gonna run through it. It's nothing too complicated. It's not nothing that warrants each character to have a certain like speech about them. Rem can beat floor 1. She can't beat floor 2. Ram can beat floor 1. She can't beat floor 2. Beatrice can beat floor 1, and she can't beat floor 2. That's pretty much it. But I guess if y'all wanted me to talk about it, then like how does that work, right? Rem, again, is one of those situations where you can replace Trader Meliodas. So, and on top of that, like she's literally Trader Meliodas at that point. Her ultimate isn't going to one-shot the Wolves turn, of phase 1 or floor 1 phase 3 unless it's like 6-6, then you'll hit damage cap at 6-6, I believe. I don't think you can hit damage cap at 5-6 or lower. I'm not sure. I never tried it because my Rem is 6-6. But my 6-6 Rem can hit damage cap, which is fine. And yeah, you can clear floor 1 like that. And with Beatrice, she's not the damage dealer, but she can keep your team alive if you have a team of unknowns using Beatrice, Freyr, another unknown like attacker that's really good. I don't know who to use at that point. I guess you can just get away with using Trader Melly, I guess, or Liz if you want to do that old rush stuff. And then Thonar, obviously, she's gonna be on every team. But yeah, she can do 4-1, 4-2, can't compete. Then same with Rem. Rem's not gonna be doing the most of work, like at all. But a Rupture card, you know, it hits okay because the buffs and the passive and the oldie relic. But she can't be 4-2. So they're all getting 1 whole point for Wolf. Just that simple. And now we move to miscellaneous. So now in the miscellaneous category, we're running back again. There's 4 categories within the miscellaneous category, giving you 1 point for each if you can do such things. Farming, Tower of Trials, Final Boss, and being good in a specific lane. And so with Rem, she is not a good farmer, but she can be if your auto really wants to be good and uses the actual AoE. If the auto uses the AoE, then yeah, she's one-shotting that turn. But 9 out of 10, that's not guaranteed. So I would say she's not a good unit to use in a farming scenario. What the hell? Dog started barking crazy. It was okay. But what was I saying again? Right. She's not good at farming. She's pretty decent at Tower Charge. You can use her in replacement for like some characters. Like floor 8. I'm pretty sure you can get away with using Rem, I think. If he doesn't remove buffs. Not sure. But I think she's good in Tower Charge. I think she's usable. So she gets the point there. And Final Boss? Not really. No, I don't think so. Not from like what the knowledge I have. I don't know how the new Final Boss is gonna work. The Archangel Sario. I haven't watched any gameplay on it. I want to be surprised. So I don't know what the gimmick is or if you can even use unknown characters. Don't know. But I'm gonna assume probably not. Because you're probably gonna be using demons maybe. I don't fucking know. I genuinely have no clue. So I'll give her the 1 point for being able to be usable in Tower of Trials. Now with Rem, she's probably the same. Farming, no. Final Boss, no. Unless it's an unknown Final Boss, then I guess you can use her in a sub. But again, I don't think there's been an unknown meta Final Boss team or at any point. So I would say no good for Final Boss. No good for Tower Trials, because most of the time your back unit is going to be Red Liz for healing, so I don't think I would ever be in a situation where I would use her in the back. And being good in a specific lane? No. No. I mean, I guess? No. No. She's not. There's no specific lane in the game that only she excels at. Not exactly. I mean, I guess you can technically count being a sub unit for unknown teams, because there is other units that can do that role, which is only Shuna. But I'm not going to count that. So, no, she's not going to get any points for miscellaneous. And now we move on to Beatrice, who's also, like, not good at farming, not good at Tower of Trials, as far as I would think, not good at Final Boss, and being good in a specific lane, I mean... No, she's not. So that's also going to be a 0 from her. So now we can tally up all the points. So let's get to it. So now we're here on the tier list. We have all our tallies and we have our points and we know where these characters are going to go. Just make a guess for the views, right? Put in the comments where you think Rem, and Beatrice are going to go. Like I did in the beginning of the video, if you even saw that, or unless you're skipping to this part of the video. Just put it in there for me. I just want to see what happens. I just want to see what y'all think. So, let's get down to business. Rem, the blue-haired one. She scored pretty good. She's got a nice overall kit for like most of the content in this game. And it got her to S tier. She scored 19 points. So now, Being an S tier character, she has to compete with Green Sariel and Milim. But luckily for me, she does it. Because Green Sariel had 20 points, and Milim has 20 as well. So she's right behind both Milim and Sariel. So she doesn't have to compete with them other two. She's just right behind them. So now we move on to Rem. Rem is a really good support, really good, but it's just not good for all content in the game. So unfortunately, her total scoring came up to 14 points, which puts her in B tier. Now, in B tier, she's going to be competing with Red Matrona and Green Mono. But again, this is not a problem because Red Matrona has 15 points and Mono has 13. So Rem is going right between them. Oh wait, that's the wrong person. Right between them two in B tier. No conflicting messages at all. And last but not least, the best girl of ReZero. Not in that type of way, you fucking six. But Beatrice scored a lot higher than I thought she would actually. But it's fine, because I like her anyway. So this is a dub for me, sort of. Not really, but it's okay. She also scored pretty good. Overall, Kit is pretty useful in most content in the game. Being a passive healer that's the DPS at the same time, it's pretty good. But it only works for the unknown meta, so it's just I guess. But she scored 16 points, putting her in A tier, which means she'll be competing with Lolly Merlin and Matrona. So Lolly Merlin having 17 points and Blue Matrona having 16 points. She's now competing with Blue Matrona. So between these two, who is the best character? It's Beatrice. Like, there's not even a debate to be had. Beatrice is better than Matrona. In a 1v1 scenario, Beatrice smokes Matrona easy. Like, it's not even a joke. What Matrona's gonna do? Remove the buffs that she don't got? Like, nah, that ain't gonna do nothing, Chief. So, yeah. This is our new tier list. We got Reinhardt and Echidnas. Chandler's not on this, unfortunately. But I might find him somewhere eventually. But it's fine. This is our new tier list, and this is looking pretty good. I like these placements so far. It looks pretty okay. Rem, Beatrice, Ram, or Ram, however you want to say it. I'm not mad at this placement. But now, let's head over to the spreadsheet. Now here we are. We made it to the spreadsheet. Got a lot of characters coming in here. There really is no reason for me to do this spreadsheet, like, wholeheartedly, but I enjoy it. It's fun. It adds a little bit of pizzazz to the videos. Instead of just doing a tier list, I'm doing, like, certain categories. So I guess it's cool. But, yeah. As you can see, Ram and Beatrice are now here. SCA, yeah. If you want to look at this, I'll leave it in the link in the description. If y'all want to look at it for yourselves in a better view, because I'm pretty sure most of y'all are on PC. So, yeah, they're here. So, yeah, we're done. This is part 1 of the tier list video. We're going to do part 2 tomorrow. Reinhardt, Echidna, and Amelia. And, yeah, nothing else to be said, really, except for be safe out there. Just like and subscribe, because I'm on the road to 400 subs, and it's a little slow nowadays, but it's alright. We still pumping out content on the daily, except for Sundays and Mondays. So, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace!